Hey, Jay Clark here for Renthal. In this video we're going to show how to install some moto handguards. And these handguards are great, sit out here, great for roost protection, a little bit of light branches, trees, that kind of thing. It's not meant to be a full wraparound handguard to where you'd be totally protected in here from if bike were to fall on heavy rocks, endurocross type stuff, that kind of deal. Very good for roost protection for motocross and for light trail use. Really good to keep everything away from your hands and levers. So we're going to show you how to install those, and there's a couple options with the mounting system. This would be the normal way we'd want to see the mount going over top, or if you go underneath, then it would be like so. In our case, we're going to go over the top, which requires this little spacer which comes in the kit. The entire kit comes with everything you need to run it any direction that you can fit it best. And so we're going to show how to do that right now. So with this, we add the spacer like I was showing you, and we install it on top, and we have the bracket. We're going to install the longer screws. We have multiple options here. You can go underneath, you can go on top, you can run with the plastic spacer or not. The plastic spacer allows us to get above the levers and everything a bit more. So we get both of them started and just dial them down. And so we want to make sure that we're dialing down evenly. And so we look for, and we feel the gap between the two sides right here, and see that we have an even gap, and push it all the way down to where we're at the lever right there, and now we'll snug it all the way up to where it's good and tight. Okay, so we have multiple holes in the shield, and so we put it up here, we're all the way out, here's all the way in, and we're going to scoot out right here, and we have plenty of room for all of our stuff. We're going to put on our mounting plate here, very simple, and it just has simple screws which work really well, and we just tighten those up right into the hole. We have both started now, and now we can simply dial them out. And we're not out too far, and we're not in too far with our shield. We have good coverage. And tighten them all the way down. Okay, so now we're going to put the hand shield on the right side. And so to do that with our MotoGuard, you need to get rid of this. On the Honda, there's a spacer right here. And on most bikes, they have a spacer like this, and you simply remove it off the bars. Okay, so that's most every brand has something like this, and that gives us our distance right here to be away from the front brake master cylinder. So we'll need to take off the throttle right now and show you how to remove this tab so it's out of our way to put our handguards on. Okay, so now we're going to remove the throttle so we can get rid of the extra tab there. Okay, with it off, now we're ready to remove the tab. So this tab is just a real lightweight aluminum. You can it can almost just break it off if you want. To be safe, we're just going to use a hacksaw, and you just hacksaw it right off. And off it goes, like so. And we'll want to just get a little file or buffing wheel, whatever you got, and just clean up a little bit right here, and then blow it all off. Okay, so now we're going to install the half of our throttle housing that we removed the tab off of, and it's just you just simply dial it in. It's real easy. You don't have to be very tight with these pieces. These pieces are really lightweight aluminum, so you don't want to be real rough with them, and so it just needs a little snug on the cable adjuster nut. Just get it snug, and it's good. And then we're going to hook the throttle cable back into the throttle tube. And then around through the the stock bracket. And this can be a little bit different with different throttles. You want to make sure you really do this correctly. You don't have any problems with your throttle. Line up the cable. And it pops right back into place. And so now we'll put our bolts back in. So we start getting our bolts in, and we're going to get them about 90% tight, and so we can scoot the throttle in and out. So we're going to scoot it out of the way a little bit. And this will allow us some room to work to install our Moto handguard. We're installing just like we did on the other side. Put our spacer in, drop it over the top. So this is pretty much the same as the other side, a little bit more difficult to work with the throttle cables in the way. So the fact that we scooted the throttle out of the way helps a little bit. You don't have to do that. You can kind of get around without doing it, but it helps to have a little extra room while you're tightening everything up. So now we tighten down the second screw into the C-clamp, and we just dial it all the way down. And we pretty much go all the way against the brake. It's about where we need to be. And then push down all the way down. So we're all set. Now we're going to move our throttle back. And we want to bring it in just where it stops and then scoot it out just a hair. Again, we don't want to ever have the throttle tube dragging on the end of the bar. And make sure we tighten the clamps evenly on the throttle halves. Then we can put our rubber guard back on right over there. Make sure our throttle works properly. And we're good to go. So now we'll install our shield just like we did the other side. Same kind of deal. We have multiple holes to choose from. So we'll move it out to the middle ones. Where are we going to go? So we'll move it, right there. So we're going to go to these holes, and we'll place our little plastic piece right like so with our screws. So the Moto handguards, the shield part right here, comes with a nice black sticker that pretty much goes with everything. Would work well on this Honda, Kawasaki KTM. Look good on about anything. If you want blue, they come with blue stickers and red as well. And it'll freshen them up and look nice. So now we got our Moto handguards on, ready for some roost or light tree branches. We're okay. Work well. Still pivot up a little bit. We're going to keep them snug to where they stay taut but can still move a bit, and we're ready to go. That's all there is to it.